Okay, Karmic. How are you? This is awkward. No one ever wants to be the karmic in a situation. How mature is the feminine or masculine to pull up and go, do you know what? I'm a karmic in this situation. Have you gone through a breakup? Are you the baby mother, baby father? Are you the one that's gone through a breakup and thrown someone's clothes out the house? There's this energy coming forward from the masculine in the last reading that has identified that we need to cover the karmic energy and we need to cover the divine feminine energy. Are you a feminine that's been cheated on? Have you been wrapped up in a cheating scandal? Are you in a bisexual lesbian connection? Is there other layers to your relationship that have made you break up? You're not sure if you're going to get back together or not, or you're still in love with someone that you have heartbreak over. There's a karmic energy. Remember, in life, many of us are either karmic to someone or divine to someone. They view us divinely or they view us as a karmic. That means they give a fuck about you or they don't. Or they give a fuck about you for a little while and then they don't. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. In my life, all the people I know, I'm either a karmic to them or a divine to them. And that makes a difference about how they treat me. And I would rather have divine connections in my reality instead of karmic connections in my reality, because karmic connections are only there to teach you something for a window of time, and normally it's to not do that shit again, right? So regardless, and it's hard to say baby mother, baby father, but in the masculine reading that just came out, it was really we're going to dive into a snappy reading for the karmic connection, which is anyone stuck in a third party situation where they know that their masculine is moving towards someone else and there's a decision that you have to make. Straight away, cards are flying out the deck, right? The Lovers is out, the Queen of Wands is out, and the Ace of Swords is out, followed by the Death card, followed by the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the Chariot, followed by the Seven of Wands, the Hierophant, the Justice card, and the Wheel of Fortune. That's why you gotta love a karmic. This karmic that I'm connecting with today is getting a brand new life, a powerful new beginning because of this situation. But there is some toxicity to look at. You also are giving me High Priestess energy, bottom of the deck. So listen to this, right, karmic, and embrace that. Embrace when you discover that you're a karmic in someone else's life. Yeah? Because that happened to me in the past and it was really, really sad. And I was the side chick and I didn't believe I was the side chick and I was in denial for a really, really long time. And I was like, oh, so I've been cheated on and I'm actually the side chick in this because I thought you actually cared about me, but you don't. Okay, great. Let's evolve. Let's learn not to trust people so openly. It's different for all of you guys because it's not really a cheating situation. I did see a lesbian bisexual scenario in the masculine reading that came out before this, which suggested that the karmic was wrapped up in bisexual lesbian shifts in relationship style, or a parent could have been going in that direction of being a lesbian or bisexual, exploring things differently, which led to an awkward vibration in the relationship and lies, infidelity, potentially cheating. But that was in the karmic energy, right? So if that resonates, hold that. I said I was going to do a series for the masculine, the karmic, and the feminine that seem to be all tethered to each other at this time, right? Because in the last reading I done for the masculine just before this, again, the karmic knew about the feminine knew about the karmic, and the masculine was in the middle with having to make clear decisions. Now what I see here is the Lovers card in the middle with the Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it could be any sign. Someone who's showing up really, really pretty and perfect, glossy, on the throne. I'm the queen, I'm powerful, I'm sexy, I'm lit, I'm alive, I'm beautiful. Someone in their power. But the truth of the matter is, the Ace of Swords in the back of the mind and the Death in the front of the mind talks to me specifically about a relationship that has shaken the Queen of Wands. So the karmic's the Queen of Wands in regards to everything looks great, but there's a lot behind the surface that isn't clear, and there's a lot in the front of the mind that's come to the end. So whatever's going on the front line, often social media with the Ace of Swords at the back, whatever you're telling people, it may not be entirely the truth, or it wasn't. You wasn't being honest about how you really felt or what had really happened in this relationship, because it looks like a third party situation with the Lovers card, the man staring at two women. We just came off the back of the masculine reading where he was dealing with two women, and he's got Cupid above his head, and then he's looking at both of these women. One is more frustrated than the other, but they're both looking like, what's going to happen here? And the masculine seems unsure, and the feminine is just sitting here like, well, I'm just going to take my seat, and this is where I belong. So it looks like the karmic has decided to just take a seat and own who she is in the situation. And in the past, you've benefited from what looks like a brand new beginning, home, house, hearth, kingdom, life that you want, money that you want. Ace of Pentacles, really grounded. I'm looking at loads of land. I'm looking at a new door. So it could be a new house, a new entrance, a new key. But either way, the future, you're moving forward. You're taking your new opportunity and you're moving forward with it. Before, you was resisting this movement forward. You was resisting something to do with an oath, vows, marriage, a contract, certificates. I'm going to dive in deeper on that. That's a bit interesting here. Let's look at the Hierophant a little bit more. The Hierophant is often the card of vows and morals and integrity, and obviously the church. So it's looking really, it's giving me keys again. And then out comes the Queen of Swords with this lesbian energy. The image on the card are two women really getting it going. So to be honest, it looks like someone is bisexual or lesbian, gay, and there's been an indecision about how to move forward with all of that. So it looks like a karmic is moving away from some kind of relationship that's imbalanced because of gender, it looks like, as well, right? Sexual preferences. The masculine reading came up with a lot of fetish and a lot of things about not being sexually stimulated by the Queen of Wands, which is showing up here. Sexual stimulation, sexual fulfillment, what you really want to do sexually, the way that you speak to each other. I mean, there was intimacy issues and a lot of trapped emotions that weren't really getting dealt with properly. So this really looks like a destined breakaway. I do have this how to break away and separate. I talk about it on the podcast style channel, which is hermitology.me, where we just have kind of conversations. So feel free to go and check that piece out about why we have to break away and separate. And I'll just dive into different toxic cycles that really require us to just cut cords sometimes, which is really depressing, you know. But the feminine coming through today, you look in your power, but the situation, even when I've done this card with the cards with this masculine, it's the same energy coming up, but it's a really messy. I'm so sorry for what you've gone through, because it looks really, really messy. And it's just both of you not being clear about what you want in your mind, not being clear emotionally. It looks like there's like what you want sexually is very different. Your desire to maybe bring other people into the bedroom, what you need to stimulate you. I mean, there's a lot of insecurity over owning what you wanted sexually, or what they wanted sexually. If you felt like you could never fulfill this person sexually, then now you can understand why. If you didn't have a lot of sex with this person, now you can understand why. There's always red flags and little things in the relationship that didn't give you wish fulfillment. You were never fulfilled sexually, I feel, what I can see. Or there was always an awkward moment sexually. Things just weren't really flowing in the way you wanted them to. The world card's out. I mean, you're close. There was a lack of maybe emotional intelligence, emotional balance, or maybe too much emotion. There's something wrong with the emotional side of things and the intellectual side of things that made you out of balance and out of whack. But you went with it because this person's coming across as the emperor. The masculine's coming across as the emperor, but there's still a lot of insecurity that the masculine had that he didn't want to speak up on. And as a result, you get to move forward now. Victory. Six of Wands, Six of Pentacles. You are moving towards a new passionate beginning for yourself. A much more fulfilling sex life. A much more fulfilling life all around. It looks like you may be dating, actually. It looks like you've got 2 dates lined up within the next few weeks, maybe the next few months. Like I see around Christmas, yeah? You might meet someone at Christmas, and yeah, I see you dating around December time. Maybe one date in November, one date in December. Interesting. I think you're opening up to people that you wouldn't normally date. Understanding what you like sexually again is here for you. I think 7 months from now as well, I see as a significant window of time for you to really start moving away. Like I see the next 7 months, right? Karmic. I see, should I say the karmic energy is right now you're still really looking at this person. You're watching over everything they do. You're analyzing them. You could be watching them on social media, kind of stalking their accounts, analyzing every little detail of what's going on. 7 months from now, that will be done. 4 months from now, you won't even need to look again, right? But before then, you might have a date in November, a date in December, just to kind of get out there, see what it feels like, or at least go out with friends, do something that gets your little mojo back a little bit and puts you in a power seat. There is a King of Pentacles, but I think you're blocking that. You could be talking to someone now, but that looks like that's not going to go anywhere, and that's a bit dry and blocked because you still have your eye on the masculine, and I think you still have your eye on the feminine attached to the masculine. Yeah. For the next 3 months, you're still going to have to go through a deeper healing. Over the next 2 months, you should be getting your passion back sexually, but the heartbreak is still in the front of your mind right now. So either way, nothing new will manifest until you can let go of your need to watch and secretly observe the masculine and the feminine, because I think there is a 10 of Pentacles and a Ace of Pentacles and a 4 of Wands and an Ace of Wands and a King of Swords and a 6 of Cups that is showing a masculine and feminine coming together. So I think whoever you're with and whatever, or whoever you were with, they are going to be moving on with somebody else, and as a result of that, you're going to have to just accept that. Like it looks quite like you might be seeing them on social media, you might be seeing them, I want to say, make out in your social circle. I don't know how close you were to them. Like if you work with these people, like 2 colleagues getting together, and now you're seeing them together and they're kind of blatantly kind of romantic in front of each other, and you have to kind of witness that, which is quite awkward. Or you could be seeing that online, and you could be seeing just, I mean, the evolution of whatever they're moving towards versus what you're moving towards, right? So I've got another set of cards that are still out. Let me grab them. The Judgment card with the 9 of Pentacles, with the Queen of Swords and the Devil. This is what you're going through and where you're moving towards now. So let's focus on that. Feels a bit harsh to come over here and know that you have to heal and then see other couples together. Like when my kind of ex cheated on me, who I thought I was going to be with for a long time, right? I had to see his relationship evolve on social media and see his new girl post photos of them and their kids and their family, and he was still calling me, trying to get back with me, trying to imply that he wasn't with her or he doesn't love her, and how he thinks about me all the time, and he's texting me and calling me when he's in the house with her and when he's in bed with her, messaging me at night. And I'm like, leave me alone. Like I had to block him. It was so depressing, and it was so evil to kind of know that he's like, oh, I had sex with her yesterday, but I was thinking about you. And it's like, what is wrong with men? Are they mentally deranged? Or at least this one, is he stupid? Like, and because at that point, it was like the last ditch attempt to keep you tethered. Like I don't really see that in the situation for you, because I see liberation and I see a karmic who wants something really different. Like it's like lesbian gay ideologies are here coming up again. So that's what I kind of see. So let me look at the judgment card first. But yeah, you sometimes it's best just, I had to block him after that and move away, and it was just even more painful because someone's telling you how much they love you and they want to be with you, but they've already cheated on you, got another woman pregnant, and then constantly declares how he doesn't love her like he loves you. It was toxic. It was just so depressing. And social media is so shit at times because you just end up seeing shit you don't want to see, you know. But either way, there is just a few emotions left. Like I said, that window of 7 months and the window of 4 months and the potential date in November and potential date in December, or meeting someone when you're out with the kind of girls or guys and having a good time, that's there. But the independence comes from you getting rid of this energy. So your house needs sage and you need to open the windows and doors. Funny, this reading, I knew it had to happen because the masculine reading is mirroring this. Because in the masculine reading, I saw a feminine throwing the masculine's clothes out the window and the masculine trying to climb out of the window, get out of the house. The masculine in a massive fight with the feminine, and the feminine screaming for independence, saying, I don't want this anymore, I want balance in my life. There has definitely been a tower moment that has brought out a lot of toxicity in you and your relationship. But at the end of the day, you're moving through this. The divine feminine is showing up. Yeah? The divine feminine is showing up with King of Swords. With King of Wands and Hierophant. So we're looking at, we're looking at the divine feminine moving forward with the divine masculine, and it taking a real serious kind of scope with a Hierophant. So it's looking like leading towards long-term commitment, serious give and take, because the Two of Pentacles are here and the masculine and the feminine are equally giving to each other, and it's working. It looks like the divine feminine, the divine masculine are working on their relationship, and it's becoming clearer and clearer that that is the case. So for you, divine feminine of your, I don't want to call you karmic because it's rude, but I think there's power in owning. I can look around and go, well, clearly I'm the karmic here, and I'll own it. The moment I feel like I'm a karmic, let me get the fuck out of the way then. If we learn our lesson, can we all move on and go? Because, do you get what I mean? Someone out there is for me, so let me go and get them. I don't need to be in anyone else's situation. I don't need curses, bad vibrations, negativity, depression. I don't need to and ah and spend the rest of my life wishing that that person loved or cared about me or I was enough for them. Fuck it. You don't like me, you don't want me, you don't see me, you don't want to speak to me. I'm overdoing it, I'm overgiving, I feel stupid, I feel insecure, I'm confused, don't want to be alone, but actually being with you would be more toxic. Let me go. Let me cut the fucking cord, rip tie, or zip tie, whatever you call it, get me out. Do you get what I mean? Escape route. Like, I'm a runner anyway, and I'm non-committal, so probably not the best advice from me personally, but like, just get me the fuck away from this bullshit. If the energy's off, the energy's off, right? So hold that vibration in any way that makes you feel somewhat better, because the Queen of Pentacles is out with the King of Wands, and this is a really, really quite public, flashy, sexy, fiery relationship. I'm looking at like potential influencers who are going to kind of be in the public eye and quite public about this, and it looks quite intimate and full on, and it looks like it's leading to long-term commitment. Hierophant's in the middle of this, so it's talking about more than anything that vow, that marriage. You had the Hierophant card coming out, and that's what you were worried about, right? You're worried about your vows and your commitment, and now the vows and commitment are showing up here with the Queen of Pentacles in a long-term connection that's really clear. And then you've still got these emotions. There's only a little bit left, but you're balancing them out after this Tower moment, and you're moving forward, but there's still this thing burning inside of you, these Two of Wands. Okay, that's because you are desiring to know that you have a new beginning and that you have something coming towards you that's going to last. And you want to communicate comfortably about where you're going to be. Okay, so I see conversations with you and the divine masculine as you get out and they get out, head out the door energy, because this brand new beginning needs to be justified and clear, and any insecurities you've had and any cups of emotions that you haven't poured out, you need to be able to pour out and close the chapter on this for good. because you're worrying a lot about this relationship and your ability to heal and move forward to someone new and be naked and vulnerable again and open up intimately about the sexual side of stuff. There may be things that you want to say, okay? This is what I'm getting is you're scared that personal things about you may come up in conversation, or you're just kind of feeling awkward at the ideology of, like, because I've repeatedly spoken in the last two readings, this one and the masculines, about some sexual issues or fetishes or what you kind of like or what your preferences are now, or this kind of gay, lesbian, bisexual, something under the umbrella is significant here, really significant. And obviously it's not anyone else's job to out you, and so if you need to put your foot down and say, masculine, I've told you this, but don't out me in my business, that's kind of the energy I get. So if you're bisexual or lesbian but other people don't know, but the masculine knows because you cheated on the masculine with a feminine or something like that, then it's about having those kind of conversations and being grounded in where you're going moving forward. Also, someone's got like kids in this situation. I saw like really young kids that were still having bottles. So if that's the case and they're coming around to help at night time or something like that, is what I saw for the masculine. It's about having clear conversation and rules, setting healthy boundaries of who can and can't come into your house and at what time and what you expect them to do. Because for a while this person was coming back to your house and it was like intimacy and action, like, oh, are we supposed to be intimate again, or oh, you're staying over, what do we do, like, because you used to being in bed together and sleeping together, or there's some kind of show you used to put on. But now it's about having clear boundaries about what you expect from them if they do come to your house, and no more lies about what's going on moving forward. And you've got to put your foot down and make sure you demand the respect that you feel like you deserve in this connection so you can move forward at peace. And then you understand that 10 of Pentacles is something that the masculine wants. So he's looking for lifelong commitment and his ideal relationship and the epitome of what he wants. And I think there's not so much an argument due, but a really firm conversation from you, because I feel like I'm connecting with a feminine who just wants to make it clear, like, this is hard. I feel like you have to let go a little bit of this. Listen, okay, this is awkward for me to bring up because I don't know how to best speak on it, and I understand how I read, so I want to do it right for you and everyone else involved, because we still got to do the divine feminine after this. You want to have some kind of conversation about you, your body, your ascent, what you've been through. You want to be able to speak on your shit, clear your mind, stand in your truth, because there's part of you that feels stabbed in the back, betrayed by the fact that this masculine is moving on with this feminine, and it feels like he never really valued you, or he never really loved you, or he's always been idolizing another woman. There's something about how he looks at this other woman versus how he looks at you and how that makes you feel. There's all this stuff that's not heavy like it used to be, but a conversation worth having. And you have to understand it looks like there was another woman involved in this as well. I'm looking at a Queen of Cups now. So it looks like he could have started getting intimate, at least romantically, with a friend, or you, a close friend of yours, you started to get emotionally romantic with and started to have some kind of, maybe this is who you had the lesbian experience with. Yeah? Because I saw cheating in one of these readings that was cheating from a different way, like emotionally. Like you was opening up emotionally to someone else, and that could have been seen as cheating, the way you were speaking or flirting with each other. And there's a relationship, a friendship now that's really ended because of this. So you want to speak up about that, about why you did what you did and why you moved intimately towards another woman. And there's also conversations he wants to have about what made him look towards another woman as well. You both look to other women to get comfort, and that resulted in emotional cheating on someone's side. Yeah. So it looked like the masculine was longing for someone, whereas the feminine, the karmic feminine, was actually physically intimate with a female. Interesting readings that have been coming out over here. So I'm going to leave you with that and just kind of say, yeah, the lesbian energy keeps coming up with a lot of women being intimate with each other. Like the same card in this deck, there's only like a few of cards in the deck where it's woman on woman, and that's what keeps coming out. These two women are really kind of this is quite bad for me to say as well, right? And if this is you, then you'll understand why you've been kind of, the breakup happened, because there was time and time again where you and this woman were being intimate with each other, and you were doing it quite loosely. The masculine didn't appear to know about it. The masculine wouldn't have really been as bothered, but it's kind of like you've repeatedly kept going at it with this feminine, because the masculine wasn't giving you what you needed, and you kept speaking about the masculine not being enough for you, so you kept getting with this woman. So you're basically having a full-blown affair, cheating with another woman, but because it was a woman, you didn't see it like that. Because you maybe you're not out as a lesbian, or you don't even consider yourself bisexual. You're just having fun, but you're in a relationship and you're cheating, yeah? So I've never had a reading where the karmic is the cheater in here, having a full-blown lesbian affair when she has a full-blown man and a young child with this man as well, right? Crazy. So we're going to dive into the divine feminine reading, see if what else wants to come out. But karmic is about you moving forward independently now and finding what your 10 of cups is, making it clear that where you stand emotionally, and taking a risk to kind of block out any negative toxic habits. Underneath the devil card, it's talking about letting go and blocking out toxicity. So this stalking energy needs to come to an end. You need to block them on social media, block their numbers, block the accounts, whatever you've got to do. But obviously you've got children, so you know you can't do certain things in regards to blocking. That's your business, right? To make sure your child can still see their parent. But feel free to go over to hermitology.me, check out the content that's dropping around being a single parent and the being a waste parent as well. The curse of the single parent, and are you or are you not a waste parent coming out over there as well. Not the nicest terminology to use, but important conversations to be had, and to look at the context of what is or isn't healthy in romance and relationships, especially when raising children inside some of this toxic behaviour, yeah? Not only that, 9 of Pentacles, independence, Queen of Swords, with the 5 of Pentacles. So you've got to balance out your emotions and your intellect. Don't let the emotions make you act silly and act out and ruin the relationship that you can have moving forward. If you have kids, you need to be stable and grounded, and you've got to take a risk to own what happened in the past. You've got to take ownership. If you cheated, you have to take ownership over that, yeah? If you made a mistake, you have to own your shortcomings and why the relationships come to an end, and you can't just blame other people all the time. Because once again, it doesn't look like the masculine's cheated at all. It looks like the karmic's been unfaithful. But the karmic wouldn't class it as unfaithful, because you feel like what you done wasn't cheating, but they think it is, yeah? Even worse, because children are in the mix now, and that just makes it sad, yeah? So the truth of the matter is, you're looking and kind of watching and kind of stalking in whatever way you are, or kind of just showing up all the time to kind of find out what's going on, because you can tell that this relationship with the divine masculine and divine feminine is going to really be full on, and you're going to have to close the chapter on your relationship in this. And it's at the death card, yeah, it's going to be a formal ending, and you're not going to really be able to speak up, and no one's really going to have your back, you feel, because this new commitment is that the masculine's having leaves you in a place where you've got to discover you know, but you are discovering what you really like, and it's connected to why the breakup was there in the first place, and why you started to kind of cheat, if that was you, and start getting intimate with whatever you were sexed up about or into emotionally, intelligently. You started to move towards what you were destined for, karmic. Yeah, that's why there was a karmic energy here. You started to move towards what you really wanted, and that's what led to the cheating incident that you don't think's cheating, or what you done something because that's what you crave. So you've started to crave the right thing for you. Now you've got to own that, cut cords and move towards that. But that's going to take time for you to slowly pull away from stalking these accounts or kind of stalking your ex, because they're heading off and you can kind of, I guess, you're apprehensive about what that's going to look like, because it looks like commitment over there, like where the masculine's heading, and it looks like you're stepping into a very different relationship style, which is potentially woman on woman. Yeah. Love and light, gorgeous beings. Be powerful, be strong in pursuit of the truth. And feel free to check out the past DM and DF readings that will give you more insight into this, and the karmic readings are also there. So check out the playlist. Love and light.